Welcome, my name's Dr. Jason W. Morrison and I'm a theologist from New South Wales, Australia. Psychologists help people with themselves and other people, and theologists help people with themselves and God. I don't normally do this, but I'm making an interlude to try and explain who Melchizedek was. His name meant King of Righteousness, and he was a king of Salem, Jerusalem, back in those times, and priest of the Most High God. There's references for that in Genesis 14, 18 to 20, and Psalm, as we read, 110:4. Melchizedek's sudden appearance and disappearance in the book of Genesis is somewhat mysterious. Melchizedek and Abraham first met after Abraham's defeat of the Chedorlaomer and his three allies. Melchizedek presented bread and wine to Abraham and his weary men, demonstrating friendship. He bestowed a blessing on Abraham in the name of El Elyon, which is God Most High, and praised God for giving Abraham a victory in the battle, which was in Genesis 14, 18 through 20. Abraham presented Melchizedek with a tithe, a tenth of all the items he had gathered, and by this act Abraham indicated that he recognized Melchizedek as a priest who ranked higher spiritually than he. In Psalm 110, a messianic psalm, which is a prophetic of Jesus, written by David, Melchizedek is presented as a type of Christ. The theme is repeated in the book of Hebrews, which we're studying, where both Melchizedek and Christ are considered kings of righteousness and peace. By citing Melchizedek and his unique priesthood as a type, the writer shows that Christ's new priesthood is superior to the old Levitical order, and that the priesthood of Aaron is also inferior to the priesthood of Melchizedek. In some propose that Melchizedek was actually a pre-incarnate appearance of Jesus Christ, or a Christophany. This is a possible theory, given that Abraham had received such a visit before, in Genesis 16, where Abraham saw and spoke with the Lord El Shaddai in the form of a man. Hebrews 6:20, which we're going to get up to, says Jesus has become a priest forever in the order of Melchizedek, and this is part of the reason why I'm doing this interlude, so you know who Melchizedek is. This term order would ordinarily indicate a succession of priests holding the office. None are ever mentioned, however, in the long interval from Melchizedek to Christ, an anomaly that can be solved by assuming that Melchizedek and Christ are really the same person. But that's up to individual interpretation. Thus the order is eternally vested in him and him alone. In Romans 7:3, it says, Melchizedek was without father or mother, without genealogy, without beginning of days or end of life, resembling the Son of God. He remains a priest forever. The question is whether the author of Hebrews means this actually or figuratively, and again, I'll leave that up to you to decide. If the description in Hebrews is literal, then it is indeed difficult to see how it could be properly applied to anyone but the Lord Jesus Christ himself. No mere earthly king remains a priest forever, and no mere human is without father or mother. If Genesis 14 describes a theophany, then God the Son came to give Abraham his blessing, appearing as the King of Righteousness, the King of Peace, and the mediator between man and God. If the description of Melchizedek is figurative, then the details of having no genealogy, no beginning or no ending, and a ceaseless ministry are simply statements accentuating the mysterious nature of the person who met Abraham. In this case, the silence in Genesis' account concerning these details is purposeful and better serves to link Melchizedek with Christ. Are Melchizedek and Jesus the same person? I don't personally think so. A case can either be made either way. But I'll tell you why I don't think so, because when God became a man, he actually became a man. This Melchizedek Christophany, if that's what you want to call it, is a different... It's not Christ. It's not Christ himself. A case can be made either way. At the very least, Melchizedek is a type of Christ. Yeah, I'll pay that. He's a type of Christ, prefiguring the Lord's ministry. But it is also possible that Abraham, after his weary battle, met and gave honour to the Lord Jesus Christ himself, which is, I think, a little bit stretched. And I read that from www.gotquestions.org/Melchizedek.html for those that want to know. So there's a brief overview of Melchizedek, and on that note we'll close and continue our study of Hebrews. Thank you. Yeah, Dr. Jason, Morrison Theologist again. I just want to say thank you for watching the videos, and hope you got plenty of self-rediscovery and freedom out of it. Watch it on YouTube. Please share or like, maybe even comment. Watch it on Facebook, like, comment, share. But most of all, get out and live. This isn't a rehearsal. You've got a one-off life. Don't let your loyalty and your faithfulness blind you to the life that you should be experiencing. Till the next video, thank you for watching, and bye for now.